In a recent interview talking about Daredevil Born Again and the first season, Daredevil himself, Charlie Cox, was talking about his least favorite episode, and well, this ends up being the 5th episode of the series, aka the Bank Heist. And the reason he provides for it is interesting, but also there's a lot of lies in regards to why he hates this episode, because grifters gotta grift. So let's get to the facts. So yeah, in a recent interview, Daredevil himself, Charlie Cox, talked to the playlist, and he said that his least favorite episode of Daredevil Born Again is the 5th episode of Daredevil Born Again. Now, if you're not familiar with what episode this is the episode that we know for a fact was literally not changed. It's the only episode out of the entire series that was shot before the writers and actors strike. And, well, it's the only episode to not get changed at all, to remain 100% the episode that it is. This, of course, is the Bank Heist episode, where in it, Daredevil is caught up in a bank heist, and we see Kamala Khan's dad is there. He kind of learns about the wider MCU and some of the other heroes. He ends up taking on this red mask and ends up looking like that dude from Kneecap, whose name I'm forgetting right now. Boy, that Kneecap reference should go over pretty much everybody's head. Anyways, though, yeah, let's talk about this. So, Charlie was talking about this, and he said he fought against it because he believed that this day and age, in 2025, bank heists can't happen the way they did in 1970s. To him, it just doesn't make sense. There's so much technology. There's just so much going on that he doesn't believe that a bank heist like that could take place today. And for him, that took him out of it. And he says that more or less that's really the only thing. Outside of that, he didn't push back against anything. But if we look at it, you obviously look at the bigger, scope of this interview. And a lot of people have taken to completely bash this episode and say that everything about it is bad because he's saying it's bad. He never said it's bad. He's saying that the episode didn't make sense to him from the perspective that it's not the 1970s anymore, and when do you see bank heists like this happen? Now, I get what he's saying, but respectfully, I gotta disagree with him. Bank heists like this still do happen, believe it or not. They're just far less frequent because there's so much other stuff happening in the world that gets covered that's much bigger than a bank heist that happens. Literally, down the street from me, there is a bank. It's been robbed 6 times in the last 8 years. Like, it's that frequent. It just happens. It is what it is, and it's literally robbed at gunpoint with people wearing masks. And I don't mean to laugh at the situation, but again, it literally does happen. I know it's kind of crazy, but it does. And he did talk a little bit more about how what they were going for in the episode is obviously all leftover from the last one. And he says that, yeah, everybody has a taste. And to him, this just wasn't the episode that clicked. Now, again, a lot of people love this episode, me being one of them. This is my second favorite episode of the series, right after the Hector trial episode. And I know other people feel that way as well. I've seen people say this is their favorite episode because of how different it is and how it's just a day in the life of Matt. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and how does he work out of it, which is one of the reasons it's my favorite. So, or second favorite, I should say. But yeah, how do you guys feel about this? I really understand what he's saying, but make no mistake about it, he doesn't hate it. Some people are only taking a part of this quote and saying it's like an episode he absolutely hates or doesn't like anything, and he hates that it's in the MCU. No, he never said that, guys. If you see people talking about it that way, that's because they're lying to you. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will. And if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.